All right. How are we doing? How are we doing? Right, I've lost that already. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Stats. Stats. How are we doing? Has everybody had... I know why that's not there, because it's on the desktop. That'd be why it's not there. Right, let me check something. Spend this, because that's just annoying me, isn't it? This is the one with start build that's not working. Annoying things to get done. I'm not streaming for that long today, guys. I'm only going to stream for about 3 hours. It's a bit less than usual, but I want to catch the game today, seeing as I missed the game on Sunday. So that's why I tried to get on as quick as I could. How's player housing going for people anyway? People sold out yet? All this. Clean this up. This is going to get messy. Not a sausage, not even dies. Have we got anything on the Discord yet? People posting any screenshots on the Discord yet? No. That's funny in a meme channel. So maybe 300k worth of stuff, not much. I guess it's better than nothing. I guess it's I guess it is better than nothing, isn't it? It'd be something. But I'm sure more will come. I'm sure. Oh God, can we just not hit 10k members or what? Like it seems to be taking forever to just get over that line. Right, what profession do we do first? We just go down the list. No, we don't. We're going to go with the easy ones first. So we'll go with blacksmithing first. Give me minerals. Should mostly get what I need. What are you thinking? No, I need a shed load of flux as well. Where be the flux? Be enough flux, right? Yeah. Need a hammer. Hammer all day. Right. Craft a load of those. So we're going to go profession. to do it this way, really, don't we? So there we go. The basic amount of points we're going to get. So basically I'm seeing how many knowledge points we can get on each, reasonably with each profession. Is that an Arsenal shirt? It is, man. It is. I was going to go to the game today. There was tickets available yesterday. Couldn't find anybody to go with. Nobody would go at short notice. I couldn't believe there was tickets available on the exchange yesterday. But it's a long way for me to go, and I can't be asked to do what is basically like 8 hours of driving on my own. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I still have the old Sega Golden Away shirt somewhere. Jeez, man, that is like mega old. That is like super insane old. So we move. That's probably enough of those, right? Right, we're probably going to need some stone then, by the looks of it. Grab some of that. I mean, we're mostly just looking at the reasonable first-time crafts that you can, like, what people can reasonably get on the first day. Or the first couple of days. Because once you know how many knowledge points people can get, you can plan accordingly then. So you have the easy knowledge points, that's like these ones. Then you have the medium knowledge points, which is like trainer recipes, but are like expensive trainer recipes, ones that I tend to like kind of suggest that most people skip, at least at the start. And then you have like recipes that you can buy off the auction house as well. And that's when you can be buying like knowledge points at a couple of 100,000 gold each or something like that. $2,002, I think. That is actually scary, isn't it? That is actually scary. Makes you feel proper old though, doesn't it? God, there's quite a lot here actually, isn't there? That's not... They're not going to be things that we craft. We can craft all this. So... I mean, like, this could potentially change a bit, but this is something that's probably not going to change that much. Seeing as you're always going to have some rare plate legs, and they're always going to give you a knowledge point for crafting them first time. And the same with all the weapons, and the same with all the profession gear. That the costs on them might change, but the general thing's not going to change. Right, so that's put us to 47 skill, and we've maxed out the trainer. So what we got knowledge point wise, so that's given us 27 first time crafts. Back when Arsenal was good. Arsenal are on a rampage at the moment, man. You see what I did to Bayern last week? You're just baiting me, aren't you? He's just baiting me. Right, so there's a couple of... Right, so we have 3 bugged recipes here. So I need to comment that. 3 bugged. Uncommon. Profession recipes. So we should have first time crafts from those. So we should actually have 30 first time crafts. Right, and that's pretty much The limit, that we should have as well. Skeleton key is another one that should just come from the trainer. So that's bugged as well. Now, if you're going to go mega try hard, we've done all that. Where's this from? This is the player housing stuff. Do we know what these recipes come from? So we have 5 bits of player housing. Welcome, Zika. How's it going? Oh no, actually we've got six bits of player housing. I can't count. Right, PvP gear. So this is where it gets really expensive when you start buying knowledge points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 16 potential knowledge points. Good, making furniture. But are you selling furniture? Or are we just making it? And we made a good 400k or something so far this morning. That's great. That's awesome. That's cool. And then if we skip, so everyone can get the book, everyone can get the treatise. So what do we think with patron orders, weekly quests, stuff like that? That maybe gets you another 10 if we're being conservative. Conservative. Is it possible to make my second account know what to restock with TSM if I craft on my second account and sell on the first? I've got no idea, man. I'm sorry. I don't use TSM like that at all. For me, TSM is just for posting auctions. It's not very good for crafting, at least from my perspective anyway. Sorry, man, can't help there. Oh no, Excel doesn't like that. So I'm just getting an approximate. So I've got it. You get about 40. You can get about 48 with. Oh, I forgot profession treasures. That's quite an important one, isn't it? Yeah, that one kind of makes a difference. So you could potentially get close to 100 knowledge points in the first week with blacksmithing if you go mega try hard and you're willing to spend a lot of gold. It would be a lot of gold, though. It's a lot of gold. You're going to have to spend a few million gold to get that. All that. So that was blacksmithing. Right, let's do another easy profession. What else is easy? Leather working's dead easy. Right, give me loads of this stuff. And loads of this stuff. Some of that, not some of that. Don't need that much. Level working. Oh, I didn't check my Moxie as well, did I? On the off chance. Like, I actually can't even craft them anyway, can I? Both making me think. We'll have a big piggy bank. Well, I mean, it's not like it's something that we can't all do. It's just a case of whether it's worth it to do it at the start. If that's a good way to spend your capital, isn't it? And spend your time as well. It's not just there's a million things we can do. Crap, silverleaf thread. I knew there was. I think I need some of those as well later on. Right, first time crafts. Ruster, welcome, and good morning from Vegas. Old hopes and broken dreams. Why is it broken dreams, man? You're not selling all your house and stuff. Missed that. It's annoying. Motes of light. I need a few motes of everything. I suppose I'm going to need them eventually anyway. For one of the professions. What's the thing? Hairless plumage. Oh, we need those. Stupid some of these as well, don't we? Let's just grab them all. No doubt they'll all be getting used somewhere. That's still on first time crafts, yes, so we can blast through this. My dreams are fine, but right now in the sky above me is a plane full of tourists crying into their morning cocktails. Isn't that always the case in Vegas? Isn't that always the case? Can never escape that. I mean, these cost a little bit more, but these aren't out the realm of, you know, affordability. That is out of the realm of affordability to begin with. So we won't be crafting that one. So like I said, we want to keep this realistic. Easy. Once again, that's a bit more annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We need 80 professions to go. Get that. To get all the things I need to gather 375k wood. What the hell do you need 375k wood for? That's like everything like 50 times over, isn't it? Well, not quite 50 times, like 30 times over. Like, that seems like an insane amount. Right, we've got 29 as a basic. Right, so how... We like PvP get 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 bits of PvP gear. Same as blacksmithing. You'd think level working has a lot more, but it doesn't, does it? It doesn't have more than you think. So the numbers for level working are actually really similar. Oh, what have I just done? I've broken something. Can we... What light level do I need to craft? To craft those. Give me that. I can't craft it because I bet there's none of that about, is there? I don't think I've seen that on the vendors. Like that's unless it's in. Nope. Just wanted to check to make sure they did give 10 Moxie and 1 knowledge point, to be honest. The Association of Astronomers held a convention here in Las Vegas. The casino had their worst weekend ever, and astronomers were told that they won't welcome back the next year. Care to guess on how astronomers beat the casino? Okay, what's happened there then? I thought you were just going to say they didn't gamble. But they sound upset about it. Upset about it all. They didn't play. Yeah, that's what I thought you was going to say. It's funny trying to like almost make you obligated to play. Right, so I can't craft that. So we're pretty much stuck with that then. So that's got a very similar number to blacksmithing, believe it or not. I suppose it's because blacksmithing has the weapons, isn't it? Why has he got 1,270? That's be wrong. Right, if we drop this, our Moxie stays there. Our Moxie stays. The Moxie stays. I mean, I expected it to stay, but interesting nonetheless. How can we abuse that? I see tailoring. Yeah, let's see how many knowledge points we can get from it to begin with. What skill can we get to just with bolts? Because we're nearly at level 20 and we're still yellow. Still green. Can you go all the way to 25 making bolts? I'm going to keep it going until it turns grey, no matter how long it takes. Just to be nosy. Well, it's going to go 25, yeah. So it's gone grey at 25. When do you unlock bolts? You need 5 knowledge points, don't you? So you only need 5 knowledge points to unlock bolts, don't you? Welcome, Mrs. Rock Guru. How's it going? How's it going? You having a Having a good patch day. Yeah, I mean, I could have easily crafted a little bit. But I've only got to craft 4 items. Alright, so you go, oh, I'll craft an imbued bolt. Craft the wrists. Craft the slippers. Obviously, I'd have done this earlier rather than thinking all the way to 25 skill. Then I've got my 5 points. There we go. I've unlocked cooldowns. Yeah, it's gonna take a crazy amount of concentration, but I think you have the bandage as well. Yeah, that's probably the cheaper way of doing it, isn't it? But like, if you just want to get something out quick, that seems a pretty easy way of doing it, doesn't it? To at least start earning some gold. Yeah, I mean, you get 60 cloth from the starting bag, right? That's good point. Just a minute. So let's get rid of those bolts a sec. We make 60 of these. Yeah, it's a good point. So you did it without even using the stuff in the bag? Without even using up everything in the bag? Yeah, basically. It's nuts, isn't it? It's just crazy. Right, so what I've used, what, 16 up? And then we go... I mean, I've got my knowledge points already, haven't I? But we would have gone bandage. Oh, we need the other flossy stuff. We need the other vendor mat. But I mean, the point is that you can set it up crazy easy, can't you? So use 2 of those. So we've got 15 bolts. We're up to 22, but we've still got 11 bolts left. Craft. That one, it's going to get 2 points. Well, you could craft it again, I suppose, couldn't you? I mean, you could make more bolts, but craft it again. And that's just cost me, what, 15 cloth? What, 20 cloth? Could also, in theory, sell off 45 free cloth per character if I do it that way. Yeah, I mean, like, you can still use the cloth, can't you? The point is that you can set up a concentration build just with the freebie chest you get at the start. Which is like, that's funny, isn't it, really? Right, I actually do need to craft some of these now. Is that your day one move then, Zika? Like, I know originally you're going to farm, weren't you? But you see how quick you can set this up. I mean, we're going to min-max this more. It's just at the moment, this is been since day 1 beta. But my plan was to set up the alts and then go about. Yeah, I mean, especially if you can set up each alt in a matter of minutes with the basic, you know, super basic build. But I'll be doing setting up these basic concentration builds as fast as possible is going to be like a fairly big thing that I'll be concentrating on how to min-max it as much as possible. I do think it's worth getting the treasures if they stay where they are, though. I mean, where you putting your points? Oh, you're going deep into thingy first, aren't you, to get more cooldowns? Yeah. Yep. What am I missing here? I need imbued bolts. Well, that's kind of annoying. I just need 1,000,000 bolts, basically. So many tailored treasures are in Eversong Zolaman. It's all about alts, table quests for reward bags with mats, etc. Yeah, I quite like the reward bags this time. They're at least a lot better than the War Within, aren't they? Is that enough, do we think? Blast some more of these first time crafts. Oh, so that's requiring 10 and geez, that's a lot of. They are not particularly cheap to craft. .46 skill. So I mean, I think those two are about manageable. They're going to be expensive, but they're about manageable. What do we need? Sorry. 20 imbued. Which is convenient because we've got enough to craft 20 imbued. The bags are crazy expensive this expansion, yep. Yes, they are. It's nice you get one piece of free green gear or tailoring from it. Where's that from? What have I missed there? Johnny on YouTube. Hello, how are you? Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Thank you. How's it going with you? All good. Having a good good player housing day. that. Grab that. Anything else there that's... Get some more bolts. Up to 50 and see how bad these are. Like when you're getting KP, you make the green tailor go. Yeah, I imagine. I don't know. I suppose it depends on how early you do it, doesn't it? Like, because you might be able to sell that stuff if you do it super early. Kidding me? You dare not give me a point. Pain in the ass. You pain in the ass. Come on, stop, stop. Stop being like that, you yellow. What the f... 6 crafts on a yellow, no point. It's mocking me. This is almost impressive, I know. I'm going to go and buy a lottery ticket. Oh, come on, man. Oh, I'm not. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Now I'm just completely losing the plot. Finally, 50 points. Right. So, you're not... Jesus fucking... Holy crap there. That's bugged. That recipe's bugged, surely. So it requires 10 bolts... and 32 silk. This one's down 32 bolts and 10 thing. I've got a feeling that recipe bugged. Hopefully they'll eat some moats out of the economy. Look at that. Yeah, so these you can't really... These are too hard to craft. The only people that are going to craft these are people that are really pushing hard on tailoring, because that's a lot to craft just to get 1 knowledge point. So what are we at then? So we've got 21 knowledge points in total. 2 first-time crafts that we can't really do. What else we got? There is a couple of recipes that we can potentially get. 2 other potential other recipes. And what we like for PvP recipes, 2, 4... That's not PvP. 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 9 PvP recipes. So potentially up to 79. And what we like for Moxie, 210. There's the spell thread as well, right? The Sunfire one. Yeah, but I'm looking up ones that you can potentially buy for knowledge points early on. You wouldn't use that, and you won't get that early on either, if you get me. So I'm just looking at like... Yeah, it's Moxie on that one, isn't it? So you wouldn't spend. You'd use your Moxie on your profession tools and stuff, wouldn't you? Assuming that it requires Moxie, which it will do. Yeah, that's fine. So tailoring, getting a little bit less, in the way of knowledge points than blacksmith and leatherworking, which is funny seeing as they hardly need any points to do anything. Here's getting my. Oh, let's get on with one of the. Probably going to be one of the more annoying ones. What's a total for tailoring and like estimate? I mean, there's 21 first-time crafts, 2 first-time crafts from bags that people probably won't do, 9 PvP recipes, 2 other recipes. Assuming you buy the book and you get your profession treasures, then you're probably looking about 68. If you don't buy the book, which I imagine might be the case, then you'll be at 58. But we'll have to see. You can potentially get up to 79 now if you go like super hard, but that's going to be expensive. Like these numbers where you go for PvP recipes and stuff like that for knowledge points, it's really, really expensive to do at the start. Probably do it for the main turn, not rest. Yeah, so it's not unusual to be spending like 250,000 gold per knowledge point. What about table quests? Are the points from that random? The points from the you always get 3 that give +2 skill, don't you? Sounds pretty doable to get 40 knowledge points per roll. I mean, it should, like, the basic first-time crafts and your profession treasures is going to get you 45. Just those 2 things. So that's not even doing, like, the horrible crafts. That's not even crafting the bags or anything like that. Or not crafting the bad bags. But yeah, Wicked Jester, those are usually fairly consistent. You can usually, or they are consistent, sorry. Everyone gets, they don't necessarily get the same crafts. So if you're super unlucky, then you might get something that's you know, locked behind a knowledge unlock or something like that. But I feel like I'm being conservative, like estimating 10 knowledge points from other stuff. Because that's like Jester says, there's potentially 6 from patron orders and 4 from treasures. So that's like really lowballing it, I feel like. But I'd rather be conservative in the estimates and you have too much knowledge than the other way around. Make a plan and you get to the plan and you do everything and then you're 5 knowledge points short and you can't do anything. That's really, really annoying. Oh, that's the wrong one. Also, expansion launches on Monday, or when did the table quest reset? I think we had to reset after 1 day in New Orleans, or is it my I can't remember. I honestly can't remember back then. And just because it worked that way last time as well, it doesn't mean obviously it's going to do the same thing this time either. Yeah. I'm considering a separate WoW account for production versus my main account for regular gameplay concentration without racial bonuses. Can you speculate on a +5 versus plus cult? The Cultiran +2 is useless. It doesn't do anything. Like any profession that you need, like +2 is such a small amount. Like the 5 is helpful on certain professions for certain things, but I find the people doing all Cultiran notes, I find it a bit. I don't understand where the benefit is from it, to be honest. It's if it's characters that are just concentration, I don't even think it matters whether the blood elves or not. If they're just concentration characters, it doesn't matter. It's such for concentration, it's such a small difference. It doesn't matter. Like so, if that's all your alts are, I won't worry about it at all. Right, let me sell off some of this crap. Oh yeah, this tailoring profession gear was bugged like hell, wasn't it? Imagine if they changed plus skill to plus multicraft or resourcefulness or something on racials. I mean, that would go down well, wouldn't it? I think they've got the right balance at the moment. I think it's fine. Where you can get some sort of bonus. The only places I would say, like I said, if it's concentration characters, you don't need it. I want to be able to mill prospects, etc. while playing on my main account. You think Goblin +5 alchemy paired with enchanting for concentration, gnome +5 engineer paired with concentration, Nigel crafting plus enchanting concentration is sufficient. Yeah, I mean, like you only need it on regular crafters, and even then, it depends on what you're doing with that crafter as to whether it makes a difference at all. Because like the dual crafting one barely made a difference last expansion, but it might be amazing this expansion. But we can't test this stuff out because everything's so busted. And even if we do test it out, you can create the characters and get it all sorted and stuff like that, and then it can just change anyway. So, but the Goblin one is the main one that people want. The Panda one for cooking, and the Blood Elf if you want to do any disenchanting. Right, what was we doing? Oh, I need some gem dust, don't I? Let's grab some gem dust. Up there. At the very beginning, for a few days, Goblin was important form, but that changed then pretty quicker. Well, I mean, it wasn't right at the start, though, was it? You're talking like when people had former set up, so that was like you needed a lot of knowledge points for that, didn't you? That was like weeks in, wasn't it? Well, you're right. It was super important then. But then it became important. It's important in the crafting later on as well, because it became basically mandatory. Right, what was I doing? Missing what? No, Jeweler's tools. Are you kidding me? You'd be kidding me. Cool with that. Get crafting new dudes. What's this? This is a lot of gems. That. Marcus, man, how's it going? Right, just let me buy some glass. Make one of those. I want to check how. I thought I just bought a load of glass. Did I buy the wrong thing? Where be the glass? I'm blind. I want to check this because this recipe seems bugged. Seemed a bit overpowered. Good, bud. You? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Good. Just fashion testing stuff while everybody else is playing with housing. Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong. That's why I was using the wrong glass. God damn it. How high did this go? Please tell me these stack as well. Yeah. I had a feeling I was going to open up bags then and have like 600 items in my bag. I'm going to go all the way to 65. What is in it is this item? I glanced at it before and I looked at like some random joke item. Yeah, I don't know. It just says like holds the chalice up or something. Yeah, look, he's just holding the chalice up. That's it. But what it is it's an easy way for me to get to 65 jewel crafting skill. So I love it. So these ones are getting kind of a bit more expensive, but it's still manageable at the start. Right, so what is that? What was that? That's put us up 30 knowledge points. Right, any first time crafts that we couldn't do? No, so we've got a couple. I assume this is going to be a world drop as well. So that's 2 potential harder recipe world drops to get there. Oh. Crap. They've just taken the beta servers down. Does that mean we've got an update? Does this mean we're getting a beta update? Those chalice RP items, so you can have a wine party in your fancy housing. And Blizzard are just making us mass produce wine. Doesn't sound very healthy. Kind of stuck now then. Oh god, like everyone in my friends list says home interior. Everyone's in their houses. Let's have a look, see how long it's going to be till they get time to look at housing prices. Actually, you're very good point, Tika. We might look at the American side. If I can't get back on the beta, we'll look at this for a bit. I wasn't going to stream for long today anyway, so if I can't get on the beta, then we'll look at some housing prices and then we'll potentially call it from there. Do we have any... we haven't got a thing on here, have we? To break it down. So if we... it says producing wine is bad, yet nails loads of energy drinks. I mean, that is a perfectly valid thing to say. And especially when I know how bad energy drinks are. So if we go... I don't know, if we can go... We just copy and paste these names. We go on to Area 52 because they're more likely to be listed on there than anywhere else, aren't they? And then we can actually see it and look on what it's going for on the other servers. This is one of the more expensive items, I think. Wonder how are the crafting mats today. So there's 91 of these already, and these are quite hard to make. Not hard to make, but it requires a lot of mats, should we say. So what are we looking at, like, prices for these? 50 to 100,000 gold. Let's have a look. What materials do you want to look at then on the US? I'm not going to look at the EU ones yet because I think it's still a bit too early on the EU. What sort of mats did people have? I still think it's too early to look at this stuff because I don't think the market will really settle down for like a couple of days. Today people will just be buying stuff up trying to flip it again anyway, won't they? $50,000 gold's the cheapest one. A black rock lamppost. Kind of curious how the smaller items looking. I mean, yeah, but if I was doing this, this is where I would have concentrated. This one's actually there's half the amount of these on the auction house. This black rock lamppost. Although to be fair, it's not easy to craft. It requires 40 lumber as well, to be honest. Can you make housing items already on live? Yeah, you can make housing items on live now. It's what everyone's doing at the moment, besides me. Does anyone know? Second, let me do something. I want to do something. Right, guys, we're just doing something. Right, wow, EU Army, I want to do something. See if I can do this. It's not going to work, never mind. Never mind, that won't work. It was it's worth a try. Right, let's this rug. We've got 100 rugs already, down to like 10,000 gold. But you see here at the bottom, there's one here for 150,000 gold. So, somewhat. Who's done this? Who's done this? What's going on here? Like 10 hours ago, and they've made the rug, and they've sold it for 1,000 gold. That rug required 18 lumber, 8 devil saw, 2 red dye, 2 purple dye, and 2 rune thread, and they sold it for 1,000 gold. Someone in Manfred's stream said they sniped items for 1 gold. I mean, that's what happens when you have like stuff that when there's none on the auction house, it defaults to a certain price, doesn't it? It defaults to 1 silver with battle pets before. I remember like when I first started out, like gold making and flipping across realms, and I went onto a server and there was like 12 pets on there or something for like 1 silver each. Like, for me, it was insane at the time. What about the Dwarven District banner? No, not that. I want the Dwarven District banner. There's only 8. Oh, no, there's 88, sorry. 88 of these. What do these need to make? These only need 25 lumber. 12 mooncloth. Oh, these are a pain in the ass to make, really. If they're needing mooncloth. Gnomish steam-powered bed. That sounds awesome. See, a few of these are sold. I mean, these look like sales, don't they, at the bottom? If you come on here, this looks like sales. I will show you need the Epic Edition to buy a house. Turns out you only need Base Edition. Yeah. You need Base Edition to get housing access. You need Epic Edition to get early access when Midnight releases. Strongly believe when the lights matter, they have the biggest use from all crafts. Do you mean you're talking about the motes of light in Midnight? Right, what about these? Some of these smaller items. Let me do what Zika said. Let's find one that's got hardly any lumber on it. Oh, this thing. This only has 10 lumber. This is a 10 lumber. You can literally do this in about 10 seconds. And there's only 132, so it's not like it's flooded. They still look like 20,000 gold each. What do they need? They need 10 lumber, 12 dark iron bars, 4 lava cores, and 2 brilliant shards. And it looks like there's been a few sales. Let's move on. What's the next? Rid of that. What's the next lumber called? I can't remember the Burning Crusade one. Let's go with Cold Wind, because that's the... Let's have a look at the Rafa Lich King one. See what the cheap items there are going for. Oh, sorry, yeah. You mean the lights with the thingy, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So what have we got? We've got some super cheap ones here. That's a 12. That's an 8. Kirin Tor Chandelier. This only needs 8 lumber again. Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, there's one for 10k, but most of these are going for like 20k plus as well. Even on some of the like high and full population servers. But it doesn't look on there, like maybe there a little bit, but it doesn't look like anybody's like doing what I said and just mass producing these. Like especially these things that don't require a lot of lumber. This totem thing. This looks a bit niche. Only 44. But you see, like, you see why I thought the demand for these things wouldn't be absolutely crazy though. Not the demand, I mean the demand for the materials. So if we... Just a sec. Open that up. So let's say, let's take this item. Let's say, I know a few more than 44 than this have been crafted. Let's say 50 have been crafted so far. Right, that means you've only used like 100 Arctic fur so far. And you've only used like, what, 400 Eternal Shadow? Now, obviously these materials may go into other things as well, potentially. But if you've only used like 100 Arctic fur, there's 4,600 Arctic fur on the US. So you've not even barely dented that at all. See, there's no lumbering wad. Yeah, I know. I reported, didn't I? I reported the bug, but so what we like, it's 100 gold. Yeah, look. So look at this. The days before, Sunday it's at 250 gold. Monday it's 125. Tuesday it's 130. Today it's down to 100 gold. And there's less on the auction house and the price has gone down. Look, 200 gold. The price is the lowest now it's been since the 21st of November. On that particular item. Right, what about something else? Let's have a look at like the Eternal Shadows. See how that's done. I still think it's too early to be looking at this stuff. We need to look at this stuff on Friday, really, but we can have a quick nosy, can't we? So this one is currently at 88 gold. Yesterday it was at 100 gold, 80 gold, 80 gold, 68. So this one has gone up slightly. But look at this. Like there was at one point there's less than 1,000 on the auction house. Now there's 18,000 on the auction house. The amount on the auction house has gone up by nearly 20 times. There's 18,000 of these on the auction house. 18,000. And we said we've just used 400 in that furniture. I fear the prices are going to go down fast on high population with 5 accounts and currently farming close to 600 lumber per hour. I mean, stuff on high population always goes down fast. Like that's why you concentrate on like the not the highest population servers, don't you? Go for like the mediums and stuff like that. That's nuts. It shows you how much. I mean, to be fair, there was 30-odd thousand up here. Going to be interesting to see in a couple of days, like when people have stopped, buying this stuff up. Right, what else we got for Colwyn lumber? Cobalt bars. That's a really big one, isn't it? So this is in. We've got a few there, a few there, a few there. So it's in 3 crafts, but it's in fairly low quantities. 55,000 on the auction house. So there's one that requires 6, one that requires 8, and one requires 6. So that's what? 20 bars. Say 100 of those each have been crafted. What, 6? That's going to be 2,000 cobalt bars have been used. If 100 of each of those has been crafted. Which is probably a high number. Which is probably a slight over-exaggeration. So 2,000 have been crafted, yet there's 55,000 on the auction house. Well, there was 80,000 on the auction house. I can't see. I can't see how these prices are going to like. I'm sure people are just flipping this stuff to keep the prices up. $27. I mean, it's dropping, isn't it? Monday's at 40. Tuesday, day of release, it's dropped down to 36, and then today it's dropped down to 27. So let's see what it's like in a couple more days. Also, some people have tried market resets, so some stuff is just artificially inflated. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like when you see that like there was 80,000 on the auction house not too long ago, and we've used maybe 2,000 bars. In a day. You know, we've not even done the slightest dent in this. So what else? Let's try and find another one. A fairly big material. It's used quite a lot. How about the Eternal Airs? That's in a few. So that's there. There's 4 there. Oh no, it's only in 1, sorry. It's only in 1. Okay. I mean, we can have a quick look. Only being in 1 recipe and only requiring 4. So what is it? 57 gold at the moment. So it's dropped by like what? It was 73 on the Saturday, 67, 67, 64, 57. But I didn't bother with these mats and decorations. Will nosedive soon, in my opinion. I still think farming and crafting and stuff and selling it is still going to be a decent gold per hour. Like if you see what Ro's doing, 600 lumber an hour, but we know you can solo farm like 200 lumber an hour. Like, and the profit margins on this stuff is pretty crazy because the gold is in the lumber. And if you're crafting stuff that's like costing 10, 20 lumber, you're getting like, you know, 10 to 20 items an hour. Like you only have to make 5,000 gold on profit on those, and you're on 100,000 gold an hour plus. And you won't be making 5,000 gold profit, you'll be making more than that. It's just how quickly the stuff's going to sell. But like you said, the prices will come down on those highest population servers. But don't sell on the highest population servers. Right, one that's looks like it might have been, like it's in loads of stuff, is these Titan steel bars. So this is one that might actually have enough demand to maintain it, especially if there's only that many on the auction house. This is one that I feel might have been a good one to go with. Looking at the amount of stuff we got here, so yeah, look at it. So this one's actually gone up in price. So it's 1,000, now it's at 15. Although I don't know if that's a natural, because you can't triple the amount on the auction house almost and expect the price to go up. But this one is in a lot of stuff. This one's in what? What we're looking at? It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recipes. I bought 2k of those. I mean, if people bought these, like, bought them back here when they were like 400 gold, get them sold. What other mats? Let's have a Greater Cosmic Essence. These are at 3 gold. That says 4 gold. Although they were 7 gold, so the price is like halved on those. Although that might have just been a reset on Monday. Someone trying to reset it. This one's not going anywhere. This is just going into the ground. The only reason this price is holding up is because people are buying it. There's 178,000 of these. 178,000. And there's what? There's one that requires 6 and one that requires 3. So we've used up maybe 1,000. So we've used like 0.5% almost, about 0.5%. Please check Demon Steel bars. Holy crap, that is a lot of bars. 200,000 bars on the auction house. That's a nosedive, isn't it? 40, 78, 56, 57, 64, 42. That is a hell of a drop, isn't it? Went from 64 to 42 in one day. I mean, it was artificially getting pumped up anyway. You can see it was much below that back here. But people who bought this back in September can still sell now and make some gold. But this is why, like I was telling people, you need to be selling this stuff like here, not like once it releases. Just sell to those hyping. Spirit of Harmony. $244 gold, 300, 310, 310. Yeah, I mean, it's dropped off as well, hasn't it? 800. Yeah, it's basically it's lowest price now since what? Since the 21st of November. So it's lowest price in the last week and a half. But this is supposed to be when the price is going up, isn't it? It's dropped by what? Nearly 60 gold in the last day. This is why I wanted to look up on Friday though, because we've had less than 24 hours, haven't we? Like this has been live, what, 18 hours at this point. But by Friday we'll have a much better understanding, pump and dump. Right, what was the next one? Ashwood, wasn't it? Regent 4. Seconds. What is that doing? What is that doing? No realms are currently available. Yeah, the beta's properly down. Hopefully we've got a patch. Hopefully we've got a beta patch. Right, Ashwood Lumber. What's Obsidian bars? This is in like a million things. Am I spelling this wrong? Oh, but an M. Right, so we're at 50 gold. We was at 71 gold. We was at 40 gold. 40 gold. Well, 40 gold seems to be about the baseline. People just buying it on Tuesday because they thought they were going to get some easy gold out of it. But the price is obviously coming back down now. But these are in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are in 10 recipes. But it's still going to struggle with 43,000 on the auction house. Korean bars. That's what we're at. 900. Was it 1,500? I mean, it's still up, but it's probably still up because it's still coming down. It's still coming down after it was basically reset yesterday. Or someone did something yesterday to push it up to 1450. Do you know, like, what might have been interesting to do was to buy some of these materials just to see how quickly we could sell them more than anything else. Not to try flipping them or anything else, just, you know, buy 100 Korean bars or buy 100 obsidian bars or whatever and see how long it takes us to sell them. But yeah, I mean, that looks like it's just coming down there. The EU sales have been pretty fire though. What is the stuff selling quick? Although the old world mats are selling better than the furniture. I mean, if it's selling, isn't it? If it's selling, it's selling. Right. Get rid of that. That's perfect. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the material, but I mean, as long as you guys are making gold from it. Ember topaz. Where is it? There. So how's this one doing? So 388, 400, 364, 350. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be holding at the moment. We've got an 8 and a 4 and a 4 for that. Let's go on to bamboo lumber. Was a few living steel ones as well. Right, ghost iron bars. Let's have a. Just sold 9k Garonga fly traps. I mean, if it sells, it sells, doesn't it? At least something's going. Right. 21, 24, 24, 24. Yeah, this has dropped. This has just dropped. Ghost iron bars. And there's a pretty big wall there. Bought them for 3 gold each 2 days ago, now sold them for 7. That doubled your gold. Over doubled your gold. It's all good, isn't it? Right, what about a Pandarian wooden table? Who's made a Pandarian wooden table? Only 23 Pandarian wooden tables on the US. What's going on? Like 4 people have posted one on medium population server. Is that just one guy? It's one guy's just put 4 on there. One guy's made 4 tables and put them on the same server for cheap. But the dies are cancelled scan to hell, so I don't want to touch them. Yeah, I've heard some people on the Discord saying they just can't sell the dies. It's region wide, isn't it? So it's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? It's fine. That's. Yeah, I've sold mine in stacks of 5s, which has been fine, but like not going to do that on a large scale. I've sold die for like 100k in 2 hours after coming home, having cancelled scanned one. Really? Here we go. Somebody's spreading tables out. Look. The Pandarian tables. This is one guy, 50,000 gold here. And this is one guy here selling for 129,998. Although I don't know why he's put one on Asgalore when you've got like these full and high population servers, but what we're doing with that. So what about bolt of windwool cloth? What are these doing like price wise? 3 gold, 4 gold, 5 gold. Oh god, that's so 3 gold. I mean, it was a bit lower on Friday. Yeah, it's probably dropped down as well. Let's have a look on the EU. Even though it's like super early for the EU, I bet there's probably going to be more stuff on the EU already, because that's just what happens, isn't it? Mostly red and blue are selling well, though. Didn't someone on the Discord say they were going for... $134, $124. So the spirits of harmony on the EU have gone up slightly. But it's very hard to judge this at the moment because we're a day behind on the EU. So on the US, we are seeing that spike up. And then we're seeing all the prices drop down like now. And then in like a couple of days' time, we'll see where the prices end up settling. So at the moment, if we look at a lot of these EU prices, it might be... they might just be all spiked at the moment. It's probably too early to really look at these. Yeah, look, we're in that spike. They ended up making 250k profit on Fell Slate alone with all this. Someone doesn't need to be winning giveaways, do they? You must be worth quite a bit now, Zika. Must be ticking up. Even though, does that thing tell you how many stalled? No, no. Although when it comes to the furniture, there's only 7 wooden tables from Pandaland, guys, on the EU. Someone's flipping these, surely. Silver Moon, Twisted Never. Why do people want those tables? I'm just clicking on random ones, basically. I was trying to do ones I'd already done on the US so I could compare, but obviously, like, there's not been a lot of time at all. There's not been a lot of time at all for the EU to farm this stuff. Grab that. So if we like look at some of these things. $16 lampposts. Yeah, it's still so early on the EU now. I'm shocked that smoke lamps that cost 8 lumber each, only 35 on all the EU. Yeah, it's just people just haven't had time to farm, have they? You've got to remember, most people who play World of Warcraft, like, it's what? It's coming up to 7:30 in the EU. So if they've been at work, you know, they've probably only got home like an hour ago. So most people haven't been doing anything yet. Yeah, I just got home with a pizza 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the only stuff that's been farmed has been for people that have been literally playing all day, isn't it? What threw me this morning was they changed the locations of some of the portals in the Stormwind portal room. Yeah, well, we're getting a new one soon, aren't we? So we'll have the Silver Moon one in there soon enough, so. Do you use warband groupings to organise and label your crafters? No. No, it's just kind of a mess, to be honest. It's kind of a mess. Right, what else we got? What other ones did we look at? Loch Madan bearskin rug. That sounds awesome. I want the rug. Holy crap. Like, how can there be like 8 of one thing and then 260 of another? That's 23 of them on Silver Moon. 38 of them on Argent Dawn. Only needs 15 lumber, 12 rugged leather, 2 cured rugged hide, and some rune thread. Look at Night Spire Fountain. Is this the one that's... It's silly expensive. 131 of those. That's the one I make. Yeah, you can see some people here, look. Some guy here who's doing mostly German servers. Bit of French in there as well. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's almost 50 lumber each. Yeah, it's just someone just selling the same thing on every server. This person here will have all these servers filled by this time tomorrow, I bet. Ooh, broke it. Right, what else we got? So like the classic ones, there seems to be loads of the classic ones, doesn't there? Or on the few we've looked at so far. Let's have a... What about a wooden iron forge table? We've seen the panda tables. Nobody wanted the panda table. What about the iron forge table? "27 iron forge tables." Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Let's go for Bell Touch Lumber, because that's the one with the harder professions, isn't it? So So let's go with like a Tauren storage chest. That sounds awesome. Only 8 of those from Legion Inscription. Yeah, Legion a bit. I think Legion's the worst one, isn't it? It's Tauren Fence Post. You just go through. There's what? How many of these? Is it going to load? I think we broke it. We broke it. It's 25 of those. There's a few more of those. 3,000 gold. People just not valuing their time at all, are there? 3,000 gold. Looks like one sold there for 100k for somebody. BFA's worst, expulsion needed for leveling the most professions. Legion is just a quest. Yeah, but BFA you can like just blitz through it, can't you, in half an hour? BFA, sorry. Yeah, Legion is just a pain in the ass. It just takes forever. Or I think Legion's worse anyway. BFA might be like a bit more of a pain in the ass if you have to level the profession all the way up, because then you have to sometimes unlock going to Najatar and mess around with all that as well, don't you? Dalaran display shelves. So why is this one interesting then? I mean, it's expensive. Oh, that the right, the mark thing, the relic, you mean? How do you even get that? Is that crafted itself? With a single mark needed to make it on the auction house for all day for like 90k, nobody's undercut me. That's weird, isn't it? That'd be weird. Right, what else with there? Fell touch numbers. I mean, we can look at demon steel bars, can't we? But I imagine we're going to be in a spike again, aren't we? 35, 35, 40. No, to be fair, it's actually come... Oh, to be fair, it's reasonably consistent. Probably come down slightly. But these material ones will, like I said, we'll look again probably Friday. So if we go on like... Only 17 Dalaran display shelves. Is that the one we looked at already? Dalaran Auto Hammer. Oh, a beloved. I can spell beloved. Oh, people have made these plushes. Oh, these have been mass produced. Proper mass produced. Is it the same with the other one as well? 219, yeah. People anticipate. I sold that one for 50k. Can I share a Google Doc for where to click? Yeah, yeah. If it's helpful for people, then you're welcome to share. Not all that weird. There are so many professions expansion combos. It's not that many crafters. Lumber limitations. Yeah, I mean, this is why I said that there's going to be a demand for these materials, but I didn't know if the demand for them would outstrip the supply. Because of the limitation of how fast people can farm lumber. 80 of them are on the same server, are there? Oh yeah, 80 on the same server. One for 20,000 gold. What's he doing? What's he doing? Like that'd be crazy. He's not going to sell them all, is he? I don't know, man. That's an interesting decision. Right, what about let's say imbued silk weave. $72,000. 10, 11. I mean, it's dropped from yesterday, but it's still higher than it was. A lot higher than it was before. What about beds? Can we find a bed? A Suramar containment cell. We have to go with that. We'll go for beds in a minute. Let's have a look at the containment cell. There's only 23 containment cells. Is that because everyone's buying them? It's a very unique item. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought as soon as I saw it. Where's the beds? There's no bed in that expansion. Right, so what about the current expansion? Like, there's some, you could make some pretty cool crafting stuff, couldn't you? Pretty cool crafting house with all this stuff. Right, let's have a look at the bed. Only 15. Well, there's not many of those, is there? Cheapest one at 30,000. Looks like one sold on Kazakh. Yeah, there's so many. With all the profession crafted stuff, there's so many professional ones as well for your house. What about the bookcase? I like the bookcases. Only 65 of those. 12 on the same server, but all by different people. People aren't spreading stuff out either. They're just whacking it all on whatever server they're on. Is everyone going to carry on pushing this then? And like, just literally just farming everything they can? Right. I think we still need to leave this a couple of days. Like, it's probably the material stuff that I'm really interested to see what happens. Oh, excuse me. Busy farming London, the brains are adults. I think we're going to just call it there today, guys. The beta's still down, so hopefully we'll have a new beta build tomorrow. How do you tell if an item is selling? You don't really know, but usually if you look at the bottom here, like these look like they've sold. These three look like they've sold. So yeah, I think this is going to be like the shortest stream ever. And we'll leave it there, and we'll come back tomorrow, and we can look at everything again. I was going to be leaving in like 45 minutes anyway, so it's not been. It was always going to be a short one tonight. Anyway, still fun. Yeah. It was still. It'll be interesting to see what sales, because obviously now's the time when everyone's coming online. So if you guys are going to get sales for your furniture stuff, it's going to be like probably the next 2 or 3 hours on the EU, isn't it? So hopefully people get some sales, won't they? Hopefully. Yeah, cheers guys. I'm off to eat something. I'm absolutely starving. And then we'll watch this football. And hopefully the beta will be up nice tomorrow. New patch. Hopefully. All good. Cheers guys.